welcome to Music Tribe Studios, LA. We're back. Today's clinical topic, clinical guitar topic, is pentatonic expansions.
Yeah, we're going to learn another, this is like where the extension is going to ultimately take us.
Got it.
We're going to learn another, or talk about another pattern of the pentatonic scale, of our classic scale. And this is my antidote to the caged system, which is a great system, and by all means, if you feel motivated enough to learn 5 patterns of a pentatonic scale, that no one's going to get hurt by doing that. This is great. But I'm always trying to find a simple way. And I feel with 2 patterns, if you can connect one to the other, you have the ability to cover the whole neck with just 2 rather than 1. And so we've been working in this A minor pentatonic scale pattern. And back to our very first episode, we did this little extension that we learned. We got the scale to go from the 3rd fret all the way up to the 12th, rather than staying between the 5th and 8th positions, right? So we kind of extended it. And then when we get up here, here is our root, and I call this pattern 1 because the root is on the low E, the 6th string, and this is an A. So pattern 2, we're going to have our root on the 5th string. Same key, this is going to be an octave higher. Now he has this little tricky note. It's almost the same, starting on the A. Why don't you play with me, but on the B string, because of our pesky guitar tuning. So we're going to be at the 12th fret, first finger of the 12th fret. Starts almost the same, right? Now here's the tricky part. You have to slide over 1 note, and then back to the 12. Right. Now let's go backwards. That's the one, right? Whoa. Exactly. I know, because we're so used to pattern 1,
tricky,
right?
Tricky.
And by the way, if you want to also, this is our root. And back. I got it though. And you can also incorporate the same frets on the low E, but I don't want you to think, oh, look what you did. You went back to our original spot. That's pretty good.
So I need a reference.
Yeah, exactly. You can hear. You can. Right, and here, this is a great position. A minor is a great key, and this puts us in. It's really the middle of the neck. It's a lot of fun to play up here. And this is kind of our destination point for this big extension we did. So let's try to do that extension again of pattern 1. Slide up, perfect. Slide up. Good adjustment, slide up. Here we're at the 12th fret. Now replace your 3rd finger with your 1st. Exactly. Right, perfect. So now we're covering from fret 3 all the way to fret 15.
Wow.
With only 2 pentatonic patterns. And we can extend this one as well, which we'll probably get to at a later episode if you want. But that's a lot of, I don't know, a lot of punch there for just a lot of, you're covering a lot of ground there. But, we're in 2 different zip codes at this point with just 2 scale patterns, which I think is really useful because you don't want to be stuck in one geographical area. I mean, we're trying to break out of the box. This is it, right? And so as awesome and powerful and useful as pattern 1 is, sometimes it'd be nice to be able to take it somewhere else. And so this little bit where we adjust on the B string is also the classic bend note. So put your 1st finger there, and then you. There it is. Riff on that a little bit. Yeah. Right. That's exactly, and you can. By the way, how sweet is this tone we're getting out of this?
Yeah, we're not plugging the gear here, but boy, we're plugging this gear because this G20 sounds awesome.
Sounds so good. We're playing at a really low volume, and I feel like we're getting some.
So, would you mind just having a little sidebar here? I'm
Yeah.
curious because, again, being a guitar novice like myself,
Yeah.
when I show up with an amp, I'm not sure like how to set it, where to set it, and where the sweet place is. If I just show up, just jam at somebody's house. Like I don't want to sit there for 20 minutes and tweak the tone.
No,
but like,
nor do I.
how is this set? Because it sounds pretty great.
The EQ is pretty flat right now, and for me, it's always a question of, in a master volume amp, the question of how much overdrive to volume ratio, right?
Right.
And so, for our purposes, I wanted to have a closer to a clean tone, with a little bit of overdrive. So if you hit it harder, you'll get more crunch, but you'll still could do a nice kind of chordal sound.
Yeah.
So I have the crunch, the gain at like 1.
Oh, wow.
And then the
Okay.
volume higher. So it's just kind of barely overdriving it, and
Yeah.
it's giving it a really nice warm sound. If you want to get a little
It
more
is.
aggressive, as you turn the gain up, you'll probably have to roll back on the volume.
Got it.
You know, unless you want to play searingly loud, which is also fun to
Because
do.
it's not very loud. Like we're at conversational level.
Yes,
and,
I'm
and
not
I'm
drowning
still
you
hearing
out.
that little grit and the little bite.
It's
I don't know
nice,
if y'all
right?
hear it out there, but it does. It says something pretty sweet. Yeah.
Sounds really sweet. Yeah, I'm digging it. So I'm having fun. Having fun with this.
Well, thank you, for
it's
letting
nice
us nerd out on the gear.
Yeah, this gear.
Here's
We could do that anytime, by the way. I'm always up for,
beautiful guitar,
gear.
by the way.
Thank you. It's kind of new.
Wow.
I'm digging it. I went with kind of the vintagey Gretsch thing. It's new, but it's kind of like a reissue.
That's fantastic.
So, so as you notice, and you did that bend as well. Pattern 2 is really a sweet pattern, you know, because you could get a couple more bends in. Right, and do that same bend again. Do that bend on this. Nice, that one. Now let's do that same one, and then we're gonna tuck our pinky on string 1. Woo! Just sounds
It's so 70s.
so sweet, so stoned. You can also kind of treat it like a double stop, and you can make that pretty country too.
Yeah.
A little more pattern 2 for us, Julie. Oh yeah. And that one, yes.
Oh, dang it, I was missing it.
So good, so good.
It rang out, and I was like, that's not the right note.
That was a perfect note. Great adjustment, great ear. You meant to do that. I know.
I meant to do it,
I love
yes.
the little half step bend, a little slide is always a good
Yeah.
thing. And so, pattern 2 is the destination pattern from this big extension that we put together from pattern 1. You know, it's the bridge to somewhere. We want to get to nobody likes a bridge to nowhere. You know, we want to.
No David Burns in the house.
Wow, that would be cool, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would be.
So yeah, really useful. Now you're rocking 2 patterns,
Got it.
and really playing all over the neck. You're kind of, your friends are amazed. You're dazzling strangers when you're picking up your guitar and jamming. It's like, wow, they're working the entire neck, but it's not that tough. Just rather than learning 5 distinct pentatonic patterns and learning how to connect those, this is an antidote to that.
Great. So I just want to say to y'all out there that we basically started this lesson series with wherever I'm at. So things I know, things I don't know, whatever. Anything you want to see Carlos teach us, you want to see Carlos show us, please make in the comments below, and we will tackle them in the upcoming episodes.
Yeah, we take requests.
We take requests, for sure.
Right?
Mr. Carlos Calvo, thank you
Woo.
again.
Julie, thanks. Anytime.
Thanks
It's been
for joining
fun.
us.
Always a pleasure down here at the Bugera Labs.
Bugera Labs, yes, at Music Tribe Studios, LA, and we'll see you next time. Thanks. Play us out. Woo!
I don't know. Something like that. Cool. Thanks,
next time.
guys. See ya.